That's pretty offensive.
As Plato once said, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. If we think about it rationally, we'd probably understand that horrible people do horrible things because they are hurting. Sometimes a person can afford to acknowledge how unkind they're being because deep down they already feel terrible about themselves. Everyone has hardships of different shapes and sizes. Everyone has a history, a story, an experience that made them who they are today. Life is not all sunshine and roses, and it is wrong of us to assume that some people live fairy tales. Smiles can hide so much, and you never know what someone might be dealing with underneath theirs. The Odyssey suggests that kindness is one of the most powerful things and can have a colossal impact on people. It is better to be kind and unknowingly brighten someone's day than to be needlessly rude and accidentally make a situation even worse for someone. That is why you should always be kind to everyone. It seems like everyone holds being nice in a high regard, but no one actually wants to be known as the nice person. And who could blame them? It has been ingrained in our culture that being nice gets us nowhere because we finish last. And in some cases, it's a fair assumption. People are interesting because of their opinions, because they have something to say. And nice people are often assumed to have no opinions. They don't say anything bad about anyone, and we know that if you can't get all gossip go with someone, your value diminishes and you aren't to be trusted. The Thought Catalog says it is much more challenging to hold your tongue and speak positively towards others, especially those who have wronged you or mistreated you. Being kind is more challenging and more honorable. Now, if that didn't sway you, then show the satisfaction. It is a known fact that being nice to another individual feels good. No, it's not easy all the time, but it will improve your own mood too. If you remember that instead of tearing someone down to be on your level, you've lifted the two of you up with kind words or gestures. And with the gratification that comes with being genuine to other people, it also is just the right thing to do. The Thought Catalog says, while being kind sometimes feels as though you are allowing meanness to go unnoticed or unchecked, it does not mean you're allowing others to walk all over you. The gist of that is you're simply rising above in a different way. The Thought Catalog says, believe it or not, there are people who are both kind and interesting. They show us that saying mean things does not make you interesting. On the contrary, it makes you just like everyone else. What I love about these kinds of nice people is that they have no idea that they're actually nice. It's just a part of who they are and how they see things. It's not a conscious decision. It simply makes up the lens from which they see life. These are the people who give a good name and inspire us Judge Judy types to chill out, step back, and treat others with respect. I really resent how socially acceptable it has become for everyone to behave evil without a second thought about it. Sometimes it's really hard to be kind. We all know it. In fact, at some point in our life, it feels easier to be unkind, especially when we're not in a great place and feel like the world is working against us. If our self-esteem is a bit shaky, or if we want to be perceived as strong by others, then sometimes we act unkind towards people. But beneath that tough act, we are vulnerable. And because we are that way, we need to remember to be understanding of the fact that each person you meet could be struggling in his or her own way, and being kind might remind them that they too should be kind. Now, I'm sure you've heard the saying, what goes around comes around. Well, according to collective evolution, research has shown that being kind to others increases our own levels of happiness as well as theirs. What's more, it has a knock-on effect, meaning kindness is contagious. So it makes a bigger impact on our surroundings than we might think. We get so wrapped up in our own lives and fail to notice when others need a little kindness. Take the time to think for a moment before you act. Think about how your small actions might mean a lot more to someone than you think. And even if they don't, sometimes the best way to give someone what they deserve is to give them the exact opposite. Fight all your battles with kindness. Sure, kindness does take courage, especially when we're not feeling 100%. But let's fight back against unkindness and be the best versions of ourselves we possibly can be. Be kind to everyone always. It might not make the world go round, but it certainly makes it a lot more joyful and comfortable to live in. With that being said, I have a survey that I took personally when asked the statement, I speak words of kindness to those in need of encouragement. 60% of people strongly agreed with that statement. And that just shows that people are getting better with kindness. If you want to see. I also have a list of random acts of Christmas kindness for the holiday season. A few that I'm going to highlight are my favorite ones. Leave a bag of popcorn on a red box. Hinted. Bring a muffin and coffee to teachers. And tuck happy notes in people's windshields. Thank you.